Hello everybody, my name's Welty, and welcome to part 2 of fixing audio breaking shit, aka Liza P part 2. This video didn't have any microphone audio that wasn't fucked up. I need to fucking mute that. That's annoying as shit. I'm not gonna listen to that for a fucking hour. But yeah, this didn't have any microphone audio that wasn't broken. So here I am watching my own video, basically reacting to it. And, yeah. The last video we did the tutorial, and I was talking about current events that by the time this gets uploaded won't be current events. Like, this video won't be uploaded for probably 2 or 3 weeks. 2 at the max. Maybe it'll be uploaded earlier. I'd like to get it uploaded earlier. Maybe I can get it uploaded by the end of the week. It depends. I haven't got around to editing any of it yet. I gotta fix these mistakes before I can do that. And I don't have a whole lot of time to do shit, so me sitting here talking for an hour in what's gonna end up being an hour and a half, that's not gonna help too much. I do gotta remind myself I want to put in the audio glitch so you all understand what it sounds like. So I will be putting in the audio glitch so you all understand what it sounds like when the microphone did all the, you know, fucked up shit it shouldn't have. Picking up the star fragments. Those are used, by the way, when you summon somebody to help with bosses. I had to do that really late in the game. Well, not really late in the game. About halfway through the game I had to start doing that on some bosses. By the way, recording this in post, I already finished the game. I did it 99% blind. So, you can leave a comment telling me where I fucked up, and I will read it. But I already messed up, so if you're the type of person who is gonna, screaming at me to read the comments because I fucked up, I fucked up a long time, and I finished the game fucking it up. So, yeah. I appreciate the comment, and it might help me play this game again later on. Where, if I do a second playthrough or when the DLC comes out. Because any tips and tricks will be appreciated. I didn't want to come into the game knowing everything, so I didn't.
For most people, this is their last My family took my baby.
That is such a cursed image. I'm multitasking. I'm watching this while looking at YouTube.
Thank you. Before I lose.
She said the baby
Man,
was at City Hall.
that shit is cursed.
Should we check it out? I hope everybody's safe.
I like Freakazoid. He's fucking funny as shit. I don't want my microphone picking up that random YouTube short. Torn Doodle. I did read that, but, I'm not going to read it again. You know, for a Souls game, the dogs in this particular game, aren't as psychotic, which is kind of depressing. Like, think about it. In Souls games, the dogs are usually the most psychotic enemy. But not in this one. They're not actually that bad. It's really just fucking mind-blowing. Yeah, it's mind-blowing how much CGI is reversed. Like, CGI was like, it's like a movie term, in case you are unaware, which I'm sure you are aware. But CGI used to be so fucking cool, and now it just kind of looks like shit. It's like evolving backwards. You watch older movies with CGI and that shit is fucking cool. You watch a new movie that has full of CGI and it's like, okay. I don't know, I just find that interesting. I just find that very interesting. Yeah, ergo.
I'll use my...
Doing the level up lady. By the way, level up lady, stupid idea, hate it. There's, at the beginning of the game you can use the lantern thingies to level up, and at the end of the game you can use the lantern to level up. I see no real point to making me go to the level up lady. That shit is dumb as fuck. That is unfortunately something Dark Souls 2 added that just persisted in fucking FromSoft games. Is having to go to somebody to level up. No, I am not a fan of that. Dark Souls 1, you could level up the bonfire. Dark Souls 2, you had the level up lady. Dark Souls 3, you had to have the level up lady. Bloodborne, you had to have the level up lady. Fucking Elden Ring, you're back to leveling up at a site of grace, which is basically a bonfire. And at Sekiro, you can level up at just any fucking, idol statue. But of course, in this game, you have a level up lady. And you can level up at the statues, but not both at the same time. This game, I know I'm going to talk about this really late into the series when my audio didn't break. Which will be like, I don't know, part 15 or something like that. This game has an identity crisis. If it would have leaned more into being Sekiro, it would have been great, and if it would have leaned more into being Dark Souls, it would have been great. But as it currently stands, not so much.
You know what caused the puppet frenzy, don't you? You and the alchemist scheming together. Tell me the truth! What's your problem? I'm here for the old man. Get lost. Wait. I know you. Or more like, I know what you are. You're the devil's puppet. You can't sneak past me. Die! Cursed puppet! Back again! I'll kill you both, then string you up on the bridge. I demanded the truth. Now I feel bad for my comrade.
Hello, Geppetto. I'ma kick your ass. Not really, though.
Finally, we meet, son. It's a dream come true. Seeing you like this, I understand why some people despise me. I invented the puppets after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets at City Hall. Won't you help me? I want to hear. Use this. We'll catch up.
Yeah, surprised I didn't choke that shit. Yeah, I still don't know if the costumes really do anything, so I didn't really use any of them. Because I didn't want to, I didn't want a costume that could give me a passive effect that would make it cheaty. It probably didn't. I really should have looked that up, but I didn't. I used the first costume I found naturally. I do like how this game changes the further you get into it. Like, it's got a day and night cycle, which is pretty cool.
So about that weapon assembly tool you were talking about, if you find any more weapons, let's try using them here.
You're a stupid enemy. You know, I should have used this fucking grappling hook more. I got to the point where I stopped basically using the Legion arm for the most part. Because most of the Legion arm effects just weren't something I really cared for. This was one I actually really liked, and I fucking stopped using it. Just really stupid on my part. Yeah, I mean, if it had more range, it would have been perfect, but even still, you know. You know. You know if you know. It's not about length, it's how you use it. You can see what I'm doing right here. When I'm blocking, I'm doing parry spamming. That is a habit that I got from Sekiro, because you could, in a lot of cases, parry spam your way to victory. That's not something you can really do in this game. As a matter of fact, the parry timing in this game is just kind of bullshit with how precise it is.
No survivors here. What do we do?
And it led me to just really hate this game. Also the phase 2s. Yeah. I'm not trying to spoil too much of the game if you're new, but long and short, I'm not a fan of this game. I did make it to the end, but I'm just not a fan of it. I felt like if it would have leaned into one aspect of, you know, it's clear what it's clearly inspired by, Sekiro and Dark Souls, it would have been good, but it didn't lean into enough of anything. Come up on our boss here. This guy's actually pretty nice. I liked him. I liked this boss. I die a few times, I think, but I did like this boss.
I know my way.
I'll use my...
Yes, talk to me, level up lady. It's funny how my build changed. Very little throughout most of the game, and then at the very end of the game it got completely changed. Yeah, I'm still thinking about playing the first Berserker Kazan? It might be Kazan. Yeah, it just came out a couple days ago. Like, well, at this point it's been about a week, so not really a couple days ago. That's a fucking lie. I might end up playing it. I don't know. I'll either do that or I may consider starting on Neo again. But I probably won't do either one of those and probably just end up playing BioShock 2 once I'm done with the game I'm currently playing. Because the game I'm currently playing is a Souls-like as well. In quotation marks, it's pretty easy, honestly. I'm doing it for funny memes. So, for when you see this video, there's your spoiler for the next series I'm working on. But yeah, I am going to start on probably BioShock 2. I was going to do Atomic Heart, but motherfucker, that shit is obnoxious. I got it on my laptop. I've yet to play it. because the shaders, rendering, whatever, you know, the process where it compiles shaders, that shit literally takes 15 minutes before I can play. Sometimes it takes more. I have not managed to get into the tutorial yet. And the worst part is I know if I was to wait for it, it would work. But I don't want to wait 10 minutes before I can play the game. Maybe once I get a save file on there, it'll load quicker. I did play through some of it on my PlayStation 5, and I can tell you I am not looking forward to going through the hour-long tutorial again. You heard me clearly and correctly. The first tutorial of the game, if you can really call it a tutorial, is an hour-long walk and talk, ride and talk, talk. Cutscene after cutscene with very little tutorial in the tutorial. Not looking forward to that again. But we'll get to it.
I could sense her from miles away. Please
Eventually.
let me hold her hair there. What do you think? That's right, kind one.
Oh yeah, I was doing the side quest here, I think, and I kind of got a little lost. Maybe? I don't remember what the fuck I'm doing. I did a side quest in this video where I gave the lady a doll and told her it was her baby. Because, why not? And we did the boss up here too. I am watching the video. Kind of, while doing other things. That's why I'm trying to talk, but yeah, I've just got nothing to really say. And here comes the jackass. Yeah, this boss is cool. This boss is cool, I like this boss. Look at that motherfucker, that's cool. And there's a lot of build-up too in the level about talking about this guy. It's really good. A lot of the levels have that, but not all of them do. But the ones that have that build-up is just really good. And he's got a good second phase, unlike some bosses. You know, it's funny how well I'm doing, because I end up fucking up massively. Like, I should have healed here and then used this to boost up my next healing. Because you do regenerate healing based off of damage, which you deal. It's a good system. It could have been better, but it's a good system. It's a crutch, honestly. Because of how hard they make bosses, it is a crutch. Either way, if they would have tweaked it a little bit, it would have been good. I feel like the biggest crutch with this game is the regen system, because it goes for like the Bloodborne regen system, but it doesn't fully commit. Essentially, if you get hit while blocking, you take chip damage, but you can regain some of it by hitting. But if you get hit while without blocking, you just take damage. If they would have just copied and pasted Bloodborne's system for doing it and made it for both, it would have been a little bit better. They needed to tweak the regen system. That definitely would have helped if they would have tweaked the regen system. That is actually the problem with this game I found that made me dislike it so much. The first phases of the bosses, even this one that I actually like, gives you enough time to learn a little bit. But then when you get into phase 2, you usually get attacked by a swarm of attacks that aren't part of the original attack pattern. And because of that, you're basically trying to learn phase 1 and then hopefully you'll get to learn a couple of attacks from phase 2. It's very good if you like learning every single attack from the boss. It's very bad if you don't have the time to do that, which is the category I fall into. I do not have the time to do all that shit. Like, I have other shit to do, and I can't spend hours on a single boss anymore. Which is really sad. That's definitely my fault. But that is a problem I have with this game. There's one boss later on in the game. It's actually the next video I gotta record my audio for because the microphone broke halfway through. But it had the exact same problem, where I would get to phase 1 I would go through phase 1 really quickly. I mastered phase 1, and then phase 2, the moment I would get started, I would instantly get killed because the attack combos were damn near completely different. And there is a lot of bosses in this game like that. Most times in a game, you get, for a different phase, the boss would be, they might get a move or two, or their attack patterns might change up a little bit, but this game, most bosses' second phase might only have 1 or 2 attacks from their first phase, and the rest of them will be completely new. It's really good if you have the time and you really love learning the boss's attacks. I like learning the boss's attacks, I just don't have the time. And it definitely made me get really better at this game. By the end of it, I just wanted to be done because I was tired of spending my time on this. Because I just didn't have enough time to do it the way I wanted to. And that is a realization I'm getting now that I've beat the game, on why I was getting so mad at it. There are other problems though. And if I decide to ever make a review of this game, I'm going to talk about them. But there are definitely problems with this game that need to be fixed. That won't be fixed, because this game's already been updated. But if they make a sequel to this game, which I'm assuming they will, it needs to be fixed in the sequel. I keep choking on this boss, and it sucks. But yeah, I don't know. There's definitely problems with this game. I do talk about it way more in depth towards the end of the game, when I've had time to actually learn some of the mechanics and figure out what I like and dislike. The long and short that I have with this game is, if it would have leaned into one of the games that it's inspired off of more, if it would have leaned into Sekiro more, if it would have leaned into Bloodborne more, if it would have leaned into Dark Souls more, but it doesn't lean into any game enough. It's also another case where the game's difficult not because it's hard, well actually yeah, because it's hard. I don't want to say that. The game's hard not from the areas, but from the bosses. I got to the point where I would basically burn through an entire area in like one video, and then it would be the boss at the end of the video that would keep me there for an hour and a half. And that's basically the short of it. This game's difficulty curves, it has curves in difficulty when it comes to the bosses, but not in the level design really. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've been recording for like 2 hours, a different, the other series I'm working on currently, and I'm kind of talked out, and I'm starting to get a headache from talking so much, but I'm gonna continue talking because I want to try to make this video at least somewhat interesting with my feedback. But as I look at the timer, and I still have like 30 minutes left, I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm not really one of a reactionary type. Like, I'm not really watching the game. I mean, I'm watching it, but I'm not really talking about it. I need to make that into a fucking GIF. I need to figure out how to make that into a GIF, and I need to make that into a GIF. What time is that? That is, 34:50 something. I need to make that into a GIF. That is the perfect fucking definition for this game. It's, the fucking grab and slam. That needs to be made into a GIF. Yes, person who is texting me? sending a text to my sister, whose name I intentionally spelled wrong in my contacts, which is just, it's funny. Her name's in my contacts has been spelled wrong for 6 months. And it makes me chuckle every time I fucking go to text her. Yeah. It's been that way ever since I murdered my last phone. I didn't mean to do it. You ever have that, you pull your phone out so quickly out of your pocket? It's like, think about it like a cowboy drawing the revolver out of a fucking holster. But for me, I'm like, I do that, except I let it go when I did it. And fucking my phone went flying across the room, smashed into the wall, bounced off, and hit the tile floor. And surprisingly, it only cracked a little bit. It cracked enough to where I had to get a new one, but like I was expecting that shit to just be everywhere. How many fucking times do I die to this guy before I win? I feel like I've been watching the same fight for like 10 minutes now. Like, ooh, nice. Oh, and the timing was off there. Man, my timing sucks ass. Why am I standing? Oh my god, I'm standing in a pool of fucking electric. We choked. Obviously we choked. Like, that's just dumb. You know it would be a real tragedy if after all of this it wasn't even recording my fucking voice? If that is the case, this video will be fucking muted. How many times I actually die? The last time I was using my mouse was like 10 minutes ago to look at the time. The playhead. I've got like, I think 11 or 12 minutes left on this video. Like, yeah. It's probably gonna be that long with just me dying. You know, this is boring-ass commentary on my part. Even still, I think it's better than having a muted video. I should fix the Sekiro video since I haven't uploaded them yet. But 4 hours of me trying to talk, that's gonna be miserable. It is when with Sekiro, I'm gonna see all the mistakes I made. Like with this game, I never got good enough to really notice my mistakes too much. With Sekiro, I got good enough to where I see my mistakes in 4K. Well, 1080p, upscaled to 4K. That really needs to be a GIF. It sucks that this has happened 4 times where, you know, this one video has been like, I don't think it would have been that bad if I wouldn't have already recorded for like 2 hours. Oh, that's fucking funny. And I'm dead. I'm not dead yet. Now I'm dead. You can call us Chokazoid, because that is what that was. We fucking absolutely choked there. smack. Still standing in the electric jizz. I think I finally understood sometime in the last couple fights that standing in the electricity puddle wasn't fucking good. Well, we don't have a lot of health. Healing. Why can't I use my favorite relic? Maybe, I don't know why it looks so great in comparison. I should be using my favorite art right now. And healing, and then using my favorite art. I should have healed before. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Why me no heal? I can guarantee... I can't guarantee you there. But I feel like I would have been spamming the heal button right there. I want to look into the swamp monster video. I gotta figure out exactly how long my mic was working before it decided to screw the pooch. And if it was working until maybe like the last 10 minutes of it, then I will record it. But if it wasn't working for like the first 30 minutes of it, or the last 30 minutes of it, I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Then again, it'll take me a few days before I can get to that point in terms of editing and rendering. Like, quite a few days. I think it's like part 11 or 12. That's gonna take a while to get there. I just realized something. So, I've been talking about the swamp monster a little bit, because it's a boss that I hated, because its second phase had a completely different moveset. This is the fucking moveset. It's got more moves than this, but this is the basic moveset of second phase swamp monster. And I just realized that. Wow. That really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? Yeah. Then again, the worst part about the swamp monster was the arena. You had to deal with it. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Like, is it possible to jinx a video after you've recorded it? I'm doing pretty good. I should have looked at the timestamp to see how much I had left in there. Heal. We're gonna lose that, Yep. Oh, we built that shit up quick. Yep. This might be the moment where we win. We use the Fable Art at the good time. Are we gonna choke? I'm actually kind of excited because I don't remember if this is the one I beat him on. Oh, we won. Fucking A. That's awesome. So what do I do for the rest of my time? I guess I did some exploring or some shit. Oh yeah, I got introduced into the P organs and all that. And that's where the start of me playing with my dick joke came into play.
You saved Geppetto. He is on the second floor. He can... I'll use my power to... I'll use my power.
Oh, that's funny as fuck. Sister sent me a funny fucking video. That was horrible. By the way, locking your skill tree and stuff behind a boss is kind of shit. A little bit.
You've returned. Forgive a sentimental father for worrying about his son. Always remember that you're precious to me. Even when I ask you to do something dangerous. Speaking of which, there's a factory just beyond the Elysian Boulevard. It's packed. My friend, the inventor Venini, went to stop them, but he never came back. Please, go save him and shut down the factory. P organs are the source of your powers. Collect quartz to get the strength.
Yeah, this is where we learn about the skill tree that I was just talking about. Where you have convenient things like being able to double dodge, which, by the way, dodging in this game's ass. So many of the bosses have so many moves that can catch you mid-dodge. Like, I have so many fucking clips that I could show of me getting caught in the middle of a dodge.
Dangerous people. And always be a good
because the
boy
dodge doesn't
to
give
me.
enough. The dodge does not give enough iframes, so it's easy to get caught. A lot of bosses have moves that spread most of the arena and will catch you in the middle of a dodge. Very obnoxious.
You can get from City Hall to the factory with the key I just gave you. Venini gave me that key, and now he's missing. Rescue him if you can.
Oh, this is almost over. We got like maybe a couple more minutes of me running around like an idiot. I have been trying to keep up a conversation a little bit. I probably failed, and this is how the rest of the game videos are going to be like, where I got to fix the audio like this. I am sorry for that. It's, I'm not very good at this. But yeah, until the next one. Ciao.